What's good? I hope y'all can hear me out there. We just chilling today. I appreciate you stopping over at the channel. I guess I could try to check it if I can. But anyway, I appreciate y'all coming to check us out over here. We doing what we do. It's a lot of craziness going on in America today. Looked like somebody got stabbed. This guy. Let's let it play for a second. Trump responds.
She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. 14 arrests is crazy, man.
Somebody got arrested 14 times.
14 arrests? Why is he out on the streets? 14.
14 arrests. Y'all tell me if y'all heard about what's going on. It's in Charlotte.
In this country. Where
So
that?
I thought it was a dude named Charlie Kirk that got shot, but it looked like somebody else got hit. Maybe the same scenario or something different. But welcome to the channel. I'm your boy Yusef Two Times. I do music, movies, all that stuff, and my new music just came out called uh, what was it called? It's called. I'm just changing it real fast. It's called Hip Hop Blues. That's my new song, and it's out on all platforms right now. I think you're gonna definitely like it. It's dope. It got some nice flyness to it, and I appreciate y'all coming to check me out over here because this what it's all about: getting some love from the people, because that's where y'all are. And let me see. So I am live. Okay, bad. I just want to make
Nice
sure.
blindness to it, and I appreciate y'all
Oh,
coming
okay,
checking
bad.
me out.
And I can hear it. So I know everything working on the live right now. So there's a lot of news going on right now. So if I'm not mistaken, they say some guy got shot early today. Is this what's really going on? Maybe not. Florida man shoots 17 women. Okay, so there's some other stuff, but we'll talk about that later then, because I'm not really up on that news just yet. But as far as the fight happening, you got Canelo fighting Mayweather this week. I mean, fighting um, Crawford, and Canelo. And I'm definitely going for Crawford because I can't imagine Canelo beating him. That's a joke. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo can't fight, and he can do his thing. You know what I'm saying? He been kicking ass. My last video I put up was of old girl, um, Lizzo, talking about how the music industry has changed and everything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about that too if y'all want to chat about that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as it goes, you know what I'm saying? Oh boy, what else did I talk about on my channel? We talking about Dame Dash too, him losing money. We got Dame Dash going broke right now because of he had to file bankruptcy a few days ago, and it's really kind of sad because we definitely Dame Dash fans. We was supporting Dame heavy, but him having a file bankruptcy makes it look like he's just not good with money. And Jay-Z never fucked with Dame again since they was cool back in the day. They lost their friendship and it never came back together again. So you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. So if you ever never heard my song, it's called Hip Hop Blues. It's on all the channels right now. And it's going crazy. It's going crazy. I'm outside really. Got the mosquitoes busting my head out here. But anyway, um, so yeah, I've been watching that, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the boy Adam 22. He going crazy when the younger guys, is trying to have a truce and say they dropping a flag, and he up here going crazy trying to disrespect them, and you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Like I don't understand that. I don't even understand why people go on his channel because I think a lot of those black dudes must be crazy or something. Why would you go on this white dude channel when he don't respect us and he don't respect you? It's just different level mental shit. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that they want to make it and be successful, so they got to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to see that movie too yesterday, man. If you didn't get a chance to see Highest to Lowest, that joint crazy, man. I loved it, and it was crazy because people was dissing it. It was people dissing the movie, talking about some man. That was a Tyler Perry movie, man. That wasn't no good movie. And I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm like, okay, it's not as fast paced as you would think. It could have been a little bit more fast paced, but for the most part, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? It was long. It was like 2 hours. That's another thing I would probably say was like crazy. It's like 2 hours. I'm like, damn. But it was good as far as the story idea. And but I could see what was a little issue because at the end of the movie, they did like a freestyle rap. When you know how you confront the person you finna go up against, and it's like him, Denzel Washington was going up against ASAP Rocky, and it's the last moment they finna talk, then they finna shoot it out. they started rhyming at that moment. I'm like, what the fuck? This was weird. But then you realize that a white dude wrote the script, and it's like, oh, these niggas got in a movie like this. This movie was crazy, but as far as overall, it was a good little storyline. His son got kidnapped, and ASAP Rocky held him. It could have been a little bit more action, a little bit more thriller involved in it, but that's where it came out to be ultimately. You know what I'm saying? So, but I did fuck with the movie Highest to Lowest. If you gonna check that out, I think you'll like that movie. You know what I'm saying? And my song again is Hip Hop Blues is out right now. Killing, I love it. It's going so good. And I got the music video for it. You can see it on the channels. You know what I'm saying? You get a chance to check my music video out for it too. That is gonna love you. Gonna love that. You know what I'm saying? And but newsworthy wise, it's just a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And we just gotta stay on our ground. I'm gonna try to play my song for y'all real quick though, in case you ain't never heard it in your whole life. And then you at least get a chance to rock with me if I can find it though, because this shit get buried so quick. I think it's right there. Matter of fact, did they put it right here? Yeah, they put it right here. So let me see if I can bump my song for y'all really quick. And oh, they're gonna play like a little commercial activity. Ain't nothing we can do about that. But hit the like button, show some love. I'm Yusef Two Times. That's the song. Hip Hop Blues. That's the new one. My first album called Selfmadeology. That's my first album right there. Look that up on a platform. It's called Selfmadeology. It's my song right here though. So there you go, right there, man. You got a chance to hear my song. That's what I got going on right now on all the platforms. Hip Hop Blues. It's a killer. It's banging up the streets, and I got a whole bunch of doper songs too on my music thing, and you'll be able to rock with that when you get a chance to. Yo, real quick though, I don't know if y'all heard about Carmelo Anthony, man. Dude who did a Hall of Fame speech like a day or two ago, and he got to diss some black people. Well, he didn't diss black people, but he didn't mention black people. All he did is mention Puerto Rico. And I was sitting back tweaking because I'm like, he from Puerto Rico? Like, I'm a fan. I watched the guy hoop for decades, but I didn't even know he was from Puerto Rico. And I thought he was from America. But then he get up on the stage, he started talking about saying, yeah, I just want to shout out Puerto Rico. I'm thinking like, fuck you talking about Puerto Rico, fuck. And then you ain't gonna say nothing about the black motherfuckers who helped your big head ass become a motherfucking celebrity multimillionaire. Like, what's wrong with these niggas? You ain't gonna say shit about the niggas who helped put your ass on. Like you niggas just can't wait to not be a nigga. Like I can't wait. Like God, one day. Oh, today? Okay, yes. I'm not a nigga. I'm gonna fuck where I'm from. Barbados, nigga. We from hey man. Shout out to Barbados. Boy, I never ate. I don't fuck with nothing else but Barbados, man. We eat Barbados food. Like, but you been hanging out with black motherfuckers, going to high school, going to college, fucking with black women, listening to the music, kicking it, hooping, doing everything niggas do. But as soon as you get a fucking 5 minutes away from niggas, now you don't like niggas no more. I'm Puerto Rican. That's me. Puerto Rico, I'd be like, what's wrong with these niggas, man? What is wrong with these niggas? But you know, they trick us black Americans into fucking with them and thinking that they legit or somebody we should look up to or hold in high regard. And technically, they don't like niggas. They don't want to be niggas. They don't want to be black. They can't stand that shit. And all it takes is $5 for that shit to come out. They get $5. They hate your ass. Like nigga, they gave you $5. Fuck you. And it's like, well, niggas do to you. We fuck with you, nigga. We show you love, but they ain't rocking with no black motherfuckers, and that's just a part of the game. What can you why cry about it, right? It's just how they feel, and you just rock with them if you want to rock with them. I'm less likely to go rock with dude now. You know, I probably ain't gonna be a fan of Carmelo no more. Not that it have to be. He out the fucking industry anyway, and that's the whole point about it. The nigga never said nothing about being a fucking Puerto Rican until he got completely out the NBA. Now all of a sudden he a Puerto Rican, but nigga, you could have been saying that the whole time. You was running your ass up and down the court, hooping and trying to make it seem like we should give a fuck about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just call a spade. Sometimes that's what I look at it in that point. You know what I'm saying? But Carmelo, y'all let me know what y'all think about Carmelo. I don't know if y'all heard that or if you haven't heard that. But this is another little story I want to tell y'all about right here. This little young guy now, his name is I Show Speed. He from I think Ohio, if I'm gonna say. Not exactly sure, but he has been around the internet for a while, being famous, being an artist, being a fucking streamer, and he been doing so good that he's been making millions of dollars. To the I'm gonna have to knock all these damn flies down. I got the spray already on me, but you know these motherfucking mosquitoes don't give a fuck. They still out here. So I saw the dude, and I was like, congratulations to the dude, because he came to Chicago, and he was out here kicking it. He went to all the little sections of the city, especially the sections of the city that's got a rough tumble. He went to the motherfuckers, and he hung out, he kicked it, he fucked with people, he danced and shit, he did all kind of shit. I was like, damn. I saw the guy on the internet, but I never really knew his name and I like that. And now you see him come to Chicago and just run with all everybody. He was in the white neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods, Hispanic neighborhoods. I was like, damn, he was dancing with everybody, going crazy and shit. That I was like, he said it's my first time in Chicago, so he basically synced the whole town. I don't know if y'all seen it, but he got one of those things and shit you watch a stream, and that's what he is. He's a streamer. So basically, what I'm doing with y'all right now, but he keep the camera on him the whole time. So even when he travel places and go out of town and do whatever, he still got the camera on him. So I rock with the little dude. You know what I'm saying? At first, I wasn't familiar with streaming. I seen a Kikes and that dude, but I still didn't know everything about streaming. But now I see it like it's a world. You know what I'm saying? And it's a world to think about because the question is, can you have the camera on you 24 hours? That's really what them guys is doing. Some of us doing it close to 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever they doing. It's a long times. So that begs the question: can you actually have that for you? But it is crazy to see that that guy got killed. Some kind of Charlie Kirk, I think they saying his name is. Some dude. He like some kind of senatorial type motherfucker. I'm not exactly familiar with who he is, but I know that he got shot, and that shit is all over the fucking internet right now. If y'all heard about it, let me know because it's brand new. It's a brand new story. I gotta smack these motherfucking mosquitoes because I'm outside, even though I don't look like it. But they going crazy and shit about this dude who got killed and shit, man. It's a lot of conversation about him and why he died. I don't know. Looked like somebody assassinated him or some shit like that. So it's crazy in the world, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things that, yeah, it's conservative activists. Okay, so we're activists named Charlie Kirk got shot some kind of way. So that's crazy. So we got to be watchful out here, man, because they say he was an activist. So that means he was just a person known for shit. He wasn't necessarily in some kind of position necessarily. He could have been, but that, maybe he wasn't. Wow. Utah, okay.
Inviting people with differing views to ask him questions, to disagree with him. It was during one of those events today he
That's,
was shot in the
wow.
neck.
Damn.
It's
Whoa.
chaos
You can hear the gunshot too.
of Utah Valley University. Students flee
That's
after
crazy.
conservative activist Charlie Kirk is targeted by an assassin. Kirk was addressing a gathering of students when he was shot in the neck.
Wow.
At the time, he was actually
They
talking
probably caught
about
the
gun
guy too.
violence. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? 2 seconds later,
And they froze it.
all the broadcast networks broke into regular programming. They're coming on air with
Wow. And that show you.
conservative activist Charlie Kirk, who appears to have been shot in the neck. Brock Bales is a
Yeah,
student
straight
at
up
the university.
murder you for your opinion.
Crying, screaming, it was just chaotic.
So that just lets you see.
Fox News personality Jason Chaffetz was also there. I happen to be watching Charlie.
Wow.
I can't say I saw him. Well,
Tried to kill the
I
dude.
can't say I saw him get shot, but as soon as that shot went out, he fought back. Megan Kelly broke down in tears. I don't know how he is. I don't know if he's
Hey, it let you know these opinions is a motherfucker.
on top of the building wearing jeans, black shirt, black vest.
They found the guy.
Cops were seen detaining a man.
They
His
got
hands
him.
cuffed, his pants around his ankles, but according to a university spokesman, he's not the gunman.
Wow. They caught wrong dude.
Moments after Charlie Kirk was shot today, President Trump cleared his schedule. His top administration officials gathered in the Situation Room.
They knew this guy.
Trump posting, "We must pray for Charlie Kirk, a great guy."
They ain't playing, boy. They gonna find whoever dude is. They on his ass.
He posted the terrible news. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. So who was Charlie
Who
Kirk?
was Charlie Kirk? We gonna have to find out together.
Conservative voices in the country, and he also never shied away from controversy. Charlie Kirk has been a staunch Trump supporter since the president's 2016 campaign. And here he is speaking at the GOP convention last year that nominated Trump. He also spoke at the presidential inauguration. Kirk has been called the Trump whisperer.
So he must be somebody that really rock with Trump and his opinions and pushes that kind of ideology. And you know, people do not like Trump a lot of times. They don't like whoever become the president. It don't matter who what side you become. If you become the president, it's gonna be people who don't like you. And that's just basically like that. It's gonna be ops. You'll have oppositions and shit, and that's where that is. But this guy got murdered by one shot out in the public with hundreds and thousands of people standing around, and nobody seen nothing or whatever, but is he gonna go down for it? It's a bigger question. You know what I mean? He might also get locked up for this shit because if they catch him, you know they're gonna lock him up. You know they're gonna send him up. They sending him up if they catch him. So you know what I mean? He just out here crazy doing dumb shit, and he gonna fuck around and get himself locked up doing some dumb shit. So, you know, I never heard of Charlie Kirk. You know, I may have heard of his name, but I don't follow politics like that. To each and every person, you'd be crazy, you know, to follow all that. I follow hip hop. I've always followed hip hop. That's been where I go. I might not follow so much of the younger dudes that's out today because just so many coming out. You know what I mean? But I got some younger dudes that I fuck with as far as listening to their music. You know what I'm saying? That's known and that's not known. You know what I'm saying? So but you got that too. You know, you got people who you know that's making music, and then you got people that's famous that's making music, and that's just the way the day is. You know, it's the way times is today. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's crazy. All those situations that we just addressed. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Kirk, somebody who was supposed to be somebody, and he got murdered in Utah. You know, and that's all white people. So it's like, you know, if that was black people doing that, it would be another situation as far as the news go. But him being in Utah Valley Springs College, it's not no niggas walking around there. You know what I'm saying? So this must be some radical white person that don't kick it with Trump and him. And if you pop around his town, he gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, Charlie Kirk, they said he was traveling the country doing doing conversations where he talked to people who didn't agree with him. So that means you could just plan this out. You could say, okay, cool, he'll be here at the convocation building in 3 days. I'm gonna make sure I go down there. And then when you get down there, you bring your shit with you. And then he gets to talking and he say something and you be like, this motherfucker said it again. Boom. But they're not going to tell on each other like that, unless the police literally find this guy. He's going to be the outsider, and everybody else is going to be the people from the state or the city. So they might not tell on each other like that. You know what I'm saying? They might just be like, "Hey, that guy came in town. He said the wrong shit, and he died in Utah." And then, now his family got to be like, "Wait, what? He died? Wait a minute. He was just talking." But politics is really emotional for people, and they go crazy if they hear the wrong thing. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? This is just how it is. So he just got caught up in the wrong thing. Maybe he's not even talking about that shit is more important, because all it's gonna do is bring you troubles, and who the fuck want to go through that? But I was listening to a boy, what was that dude name? Adam 22. He was tweaking about some black dudes trying to drop their flags and whatnot. And he didn't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking about some it shouldn't happen, and niggas is sounding wild, and making a joke about it, and it blew the internet up because people was like, "Hey, who the fuck are you to tell black people that they should not be in gangs, or you trying to make it seem like they should continue? Like, what are you talking about?" But he felt like, oh, I was just cracking a joke. But it's like, yeah, they got on his ass. They was like, look, dude, Styles P actually was the person who got on him. He was like, look, man, you talking all this shit about black people and saying that we should continue to hurt each other and be violent towards each other when niggas is trying to drop their flag. Like, he's like, oh, I was just joking. I wasn't really meaning that y'all should continue to hurt each other. I was just cracking a joke. But it's like, man, don't even say nothing like that. This black people business. We don't want to be hurting each other. We trying to do stuff for the kids. But that guy's a culture vulture. He's not necessarily a black person. He's definitely not a black person. So the reason why a lot of black people go to his platforms, I don't understand it. But I mean, he could get you some form of fame. So I do understand that. But technically, YouTube is open to anybody. So as long as you work on it or work at what you love, people might come watch you too. But I don't think those guys really see it like that. They look at it like it's a jump start. This guy already on. I mean, just go sit on his channel. Then some of them niggas get locked up. They go to jail. They go through troubles. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with being up with Adam 22. So it's just one of those things, man. We got to see about. You know what I mean? One of those things we got to see about. Start a poll. What's the poll I'm gonna ask y'all today? Y'all, Adam, y'all probably heard about that. 22. There's black people. People gonna say how. It's a yes or no question, sir or madam. All right, bet. There we go. Oh, look. Okay, so we can put it right on the page. Oh, it has to be up in this area. Okay, I got to be up in this little pocket. They got a little section for it, and they got to stay within that section. It can't go lower than that. Normally, the things they go lower than that, like around where my belly is, but particularly this thing can't go lower than that. All right. But anyway, yeah. So, you can change the colors on it. Is that real? Damn, you can. So we learning this stuff today, man. But at the end of the day, that's what was going on with him, man. And Dame Dash is one of my all time legendary artists and producers that I always like, and CEOs. But for his scenario to go down with Cameron is like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm gonna change that. Did Cameron this dang Dash, y'all? Because that was wrong what he did with Dame Dash. I'm gonna explain it to you in 1 second. Let's put that. Is camera wrong? That's better. That's a better question. Wrong for dissing Dame Dash. We gotta make that like a verb. Anyway, so Dame Dash has gone through a financial faux pas. He lost his money. He has got $35 million from Jay Z when they broke up their record company 20 years ago. So like 2004, 2005. Now they was already gonna break up. This is what the conversation was. They was originally gonna break up. They was thinking about it. They was gonna break up. So that was gonna happen one day. So we that's what they claim. They was gonna break up one day. Damn, did the thing move? I don't know what the fuck happened to it. Did it move? What the fuck? Oh, I don't like that pole shit there, cause the pole you can't change the channel. Get that bullshit out of here. So anyway, Dame sat up there and lost his money. So after he lost his money, you know, that's what it is when you a rich person, you can lose your money. And so Jay kept going up. But Dame had saw little shit Jay was doing. Like for instance, Dame Dash would start a business and since they partners, he'll go to Jay-Z and be like, yo, I'm finna start rocker wearing shit, this clothing line, and I think you should be a part of it. And Jay would be like, nah, I'm cool with that. He like, fuck you talking about? He like, this gonna be dope. We can do it. And then so Jay start, I mean Dame Dash start making clothes and bringing the shit to life. And Jay-Z be like, I ain't interested in that shit. So then Dame Dash be like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this shit down because let's go focus on something else. Then Jay'll go over there to where that clothing line is, pick it up, start wearing that shit. And then Dame Dash got a new thing going. So he like, well, what about this? I'm trying to. And then the people he go to make deals, and the people be like, no, we don't want to make a deal with you because Jay Z is doing this stuff over here with Rockaware. He like, I just told this motherfucker about Rockaware. Now he want to wear that shit. You fucking up my future deals, nigga, because you getting on board with shit late. But maybe that was just a flaw with Jay. Maybe he just didn't get on shit soon. But then you could start seeing where these patterns would kick on. So now you seeing with another business venture when James Dame Dash said, "I'm gonna start this other thing, and you should fuck with me on it." And Jay like, "Nah, I ain't interested." And then Dame would say, "All right, well, fuck it. Jay ain't interested in this shit. I'm really working with him, so fuck that shit." Then Jay would work over there and be like, "Yeah, we popping that shit, nigga. We doing this now." And he like, the fuck is going on? You want to rock with this shit? I was trying to get another deal with these niggas over here in another name and another venture, and then I can't get that going because you popped off with this shit, the old shit we was going through. So you can't control somebody who Jay, just what Jay was doing with Dame Dash claim. So after that, Jay and them start feeling like they was breaking up. You know, they're not gonna be together no more. They crew is going in a separate directions. So Jay hit him with $35 million because Jay ultimately owns the company. He is the artist. He is the star. So Jay ultimately is gonna be the ultimate CEO of the brand. So he hit them with their cut and they break up and they go their separate ways. So Jay Z was able to sell the company for them to them, like 35 million for you, 35 million for you, and then he took off. And when Jay Z left, he was able to go get money. He sold it for $200 million. So that make a Dame Dash gonna feel weird, like whoa, whoa, whoa. When I tried to start the clothing line, your ass didn't want to be a part of it. And in case y'all don't know, Jay Z ended up going back and fucking with the clothing line, which is called Rockaware. He sold that for $400 million. So Jay Dame, Dame Dash looking back at it like when we was working with it together, we could have both got involved. I'm the one who started the idea, and then I could have got a bigger cut. But Jay, you didn't want to fuck with me when it was my idea. You wanted to fuck with it in your own individual idea. So that's what Jay Z did. So then he sold it for $400 million. Then you come back to the record company. He hit Damon and Jay and Biggs with they cut from being a part of the company, and then he go sell that for $200 million. So then you sitting back like, what the fuck? This nigga is killing the game off shit that I helped him with. Don't I get another cut? No, nigga, I paid you up front. You got 35 million. I was able to convince this dude to give me 200 million, but that ain't had nothing to do with you. I get it, but damn, that's a whole lot of motherfucking money your ass came up with on the business that I started and I kicked off. So basically, the business is closed. So Dame Dash can't go back and do Rockaware. He can't go back and do Rockefeller Records no more. Why? Because he sold the businesses to Jay Z, sold the businesses to somebody else. The companies don't exist no more. So now Jane Dash got his 35 million. You can go make anything you want. And that's what he did. He went out and made this, he made that, he started this, he started that. He made one of those, he made one of these. He shot a movie, he shot of that, he made music, but none of it got him to the level that he was at when he was with Dame Dash. Jay-Z, he can never get to that level. So it was almost like no matter what interviews he did, and then you see trajectory with Jay Z, he goes from 400 million, 500 million, 600 million to a billion. Now 1.2 billion, then two, but then he got a wife, she's a billionaire. So it's like this is really just a good lesson in comparing yourself to other people. If you wake up every morning and you want to be Jay Z, you're gonna be sad. If you wake up every morning and you look at Jay Z and think he's somewhere you can't get to, you're gonna be sad. And that's the same thing with Dame. He stood next to Jay Z, so it's not like me and you looking at Jay Z admiring from a distance. He sat right next to him every single day. Then this is your friend who can go and make $1 billion off of the stuff that y'all both created together. See, it's different when somebody you went to high school with or a family member go become a billionaire and they did it on their own merit. They went to school, they made the invention, they stayed up all night and created the stuff or went to school, whatever they did. But this different when you worked with a person one on one, me and you together. We came up with the ideas. We slept in the studio together. We woke up. We drove in a car. You know, we some days we didn't take showers to go get to the next city. That's different. You got a real connection to that person, but then the connection is lost. But they then got to the billionaire status, and you sitting around here like, what about me? And then you see what Dame Dash then went through the whole all these suits and firings and contract deals that didn't work out. And that Cameron and 50 Cent is dissing him. They up here, somebody they bought one of his record companies. You remember when Jay Z had the record company back in the day? I don't know if y'all remember, but he had the company where he was actually um, did the movie called Paid in Full, and that was a killer, man. That movie was so good, man. It was one of the legendary movies, and he made that movie. And nowadays, but he had to sell the assets of it because whatever he owned in it, he had to sell his rights because they suing him. So that look at that as an asset. So he had to give it up. And when he gave it up, now Jay Z and 50 Cent saying they bought it. I mean, Cameron and 50 Cent saying they bought it and they gonna put out a series just like 50 Cent did with BMF and all that shit. So it's like, why they coming at the why they dissing Dame Dash like that? But it's almost like when people see you fall, they want to crush you, they want to step on you. But I don't think that Dame Dash can't get back up. I think that he got to believe he can. I think he got to push forward because the internet is here. And just like Jay Z was able to recover and reconnect and have a whole new people out there fucking with him, that's the same thing Dame Dash can do. He already got the whole speech thing going where he talking, give entrepreneurial ideas. He could make millions of dollars. Give it one, even if you did fall and bankrupt or whatever, you could still give meetings and one-on-one sessions to people about business and whatever business area they in and get them insight on what they could do and come right back up financially because people will pay $1,000 for that. One-on-one with Dame Dash, $500 for that. That's easy money. Or I mean, you might not want to do it. Probably a lot of work involved in it, but it could happen if he wanted to. But that's really what it is. That Dame is a hustler. But I think he got tricked by Jay Z because of the friendship. I think he got tricked. I think that's what happened to him. He got tricked because when you love somebody and you got love for a person, you're not looking at them maliciously. You're looking at them like your people. So you can't see them doing some conniving shit, but the world is the world. If a person can do something conniving, they will, especially if they got that kind of leverage. But Dame Dash, I think that his big earth downfall is that he never made no rap songs. If he would have just made one rap song in that time frame, he would have some kind of stuff to stand on. Plus, he'd have music in the ethos since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So somebody would have said, that's my guy who I want to see. But music was really different back then. It's so liberated today where anybody can make music. I got album out. I got music today, hip hop blues. And if it was when I was younger, you had to go in the studio to do that shit. And if you didn't get in the studio, then you didn't make the music. So now with it being available on a laptop and sitting in your house, it's easier for people to create. It's easier for people to put stuff out there and get their name out there. My song called Hip Hop Blues, which I performed it a while ago here, and you can see that on the playback. But again, it come up to the person. That's what Dame Dash lost the game at. He should have put some more music out back then. And then that would change the game for him. He would have had a fan base. That don't mean he still can't get a fan base now, but he would have had a fan base locked in if he would have made music back in the day. People would have just been like, I fuck with Dame, or they would have had to choose, yeah, Jay Z or Dame. You know what I'm saying? Or I just like Dame because he make music like this. Sometimes music is really it lasts so long. Because think about Michael Jackson and Prince or even artists that's before them. You could be in an elevator, you could be in anywhere, an airplane, airport, and you hearing music from somebody, and those people sitting back getting collections. They getting paid for that shit, whether it's a lot of money or a little money. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the way the world is today, it's probably going to be a lot of money because now you don't have to do a cut with the record company. You know what I'm saying? You get to keep majority of the publishing and all these things. You just got to go make the deals. They probably won't make the deals for you because obviously you're not signed to them. But if you make the deals yourself, you keep all the fucking money. You just got to learn the game, and so it's just a game you got to learn. Chat GPT, however you learn it, YouTube University, you know what I'm saying, monetization. But it's a lot of little stuff going on in the world and shit. So I just appreciate y'all coming to rock with me over here at the channel and kick it. Go and listen to my song Hip Hop Blues. It's on all platforms. You heard it right here. I got other music too on my platform for my album called Selfmadeology. You can see it right here. One of the logos, Selfmadeology. I thought about it. I was like, that's me, that's who I am, because people say self made, but I was like, yo, I'm more like self madeology because my brain literally acts like that. It's not necessarily just my actions, it's like my mind. It thinks about moving in a direction where I'm doing things on my own, where I'm creating. I'm a self starter. I always been like that, but you suffer a lot when you are an entrepreneur or anybody that's doing something without an overseer or a management or a bigger company above you. It's rough. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? But you still got to do what you got to do because you're trying to survive and take care of yourself. So you got to stay on the grind. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the advice to anybody that's gonna be self-made in life. You just got to keep grinding because one day you hit that stride. You hit that moment where the people show you love, and that's really what happened to me in my younger years. I was starting off as an independent movie maker doing hood movies and hood films. This my other company called Hood Films, and as I started doing that, the people would just show me love every single time I dropped a film. And so from I never rapped one time. I never even was in the studio. I was always in the editing rooms and filmmaking. And so as I got older, just kept doing it. So the people just kept showing love. So that's really what kept me going. The people showing love. And then there's certain projects, one or two or three projects that didn't get no love, but that didn't stop me. You just go and create a new one. You create something else. And then the people would get to the right folks and boom, the streets got your shit again. And it's like more incentive to go keep doing it again. But as I ran into some guys who, as I was hustling and pushing my product, my movies, they were rappers, and they was like, "Yo, take us to the studio. Can you drop us to the studio and shit?" And I'm like, I guess I dropped it to the fucking studio, and I dropped them off. They like, "Come on this side." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm coming in there for." I really don't want to be locked in no damn studio for no fucking 8, 9, 6 hours and shit. I'm about to go to the crib. They like, "Nah, we gonna make a song." I'm like, "With me?" Fuck, I'm gonna make a damn song. They're like, come on. So I go up in there and we made like 3 songs that day. And I'm writing my lyrics and shit and doing all this. And it was like a fun environment. It was just fun. I'm like, okay, cool. And I was driving around for like a good week listening to my verse, but I had them niggas on it too, because it was like 3 of us was on the song. One was singing, two was rapping. So it was just dope to feel and bump my music. But then I started asking my homie who was taking us to the studio, what equipment do you get? And he told me exactly the shit to get. And my little son, he raps as well, so he told me, and I got the shit at the crib now. But I never fucked with it. It was just was stuff at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like items at home. And so after a little time of just having the shit sitting at my crib, my son sent me a beat pack. That's what it's called. But at that time, it was just a zip file with a bunch of the same producer beats on it. So I'm listening to the beats one day, and maybe the first beat, I'm just kept playing it. And I got up to wash the dishes and shit. And I'm washing the dishes, and I'm playing a song in my head, right? But as I get to finishing, I'm thinking, wait a minute, this song don't exist. This song is off that beat I'm hearing. So I basically made a song in my head, but it was just a song that was in my head. I hear the beat playing and shit, then your brain started coming up with words. I wasn't even sitting at the computer. And I heard the song in my head. I said, damn, what the fuck? I hear this song. And so that's the song I made. And that was my first song, and it was called Boo Girls. And so no, it was called Wiggle It. The song was called Wiggle It. So I sat back and I was like, let me do it. And I made the song. And I can play it for you now, or it's actually on my music right here on this platform. You can listen to it called Wiggle It. And my boys, when they heard it, they was like, nigga, you made that? I said, yeah, I was just fucking around at the crib. Then my son gave me these beats. They was like, nigga, hold the fuck on. This song was amazing, nigga. You got to put this shit out. And I'm thinking like, oh, hold on, no, wait. I'm just trying to make music because y'all showed me how to do the music. So I'm like, nigga, this is my song. This is cool. I'm riding around playing it. They thinking like, no, fuck that, come to the studio with me. We're gonna master the song and put this shit out on the platform. And I'm like, whoa, what? So that's how fast things started moving. From me just coming to drop somebody off to the studio to next thing I know, I got a song on Spotify, Apple Music, all this shit. I'm like, whoa, get the fuck out of here, nigga. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, if you make a song like this, you can continue to make music. So that gave me the more incentive. I went back to the crib. I started making more songs with the beats I had. So basically, that guy who gave me the beats, I definitely made a song for every beat on that pack. And then I let my bro hear it. He was like, "That shit is amazing. I love these songs." So he was like, "Just pick 7 of them bitches and then drop an album." And that was my first album called Selfmadeology, and it's right here on the platform under Yusef2Times, which is my name. And so you'll be able to hear all my songs. And then my newest song, which I dropped like about a week ago, is called Hip Hop Blues. That's on all the platforms too. And it's been a joy to make music because when you make movies and you start making films, movies take a long time to get done. So let's say me and you, we're just gonna make a movie today. We're probably not gonna get this movie done until like about October. I'm sorry, if it's October now, because September, October, we're probably not going to be able to get this movie fully finished. I'm not talking about just the shooting part. Oh, action. No, I'm talking about where you have a physical ending product. If for us to get a movie done, and this is September, October, you talking about April, May, and then the film is done. I'm talking about we shot everything. We knew the actors. We went to the locations. We edited this bitch. We got the cover. We put this shit up on the platforms. We ready. It's gonna be about 6 to 7 months. It's a long ass time before you can see the final product. So a long time goes by as a filmmaker and you don't have nothing to show. You can't produce it. You maybe got scenes, you maybe got a short edit, you maybe have a rough cut, you might have a trailer, but you don't have the movie. And it's work got to go involved. You got to deal with this person's schedule, you got to deal with this person's lifestyle, this person's time frame, you got to deal with this person's whatever the fuck you got to do. Then music, it'll take you 1 fucking hour and you got a song. It'll take you 2 hours and you got 2 or 3 songs. It'll take you 5 hours and you got mastered those songs to make them sound to a perfection that you feel like these songs can go out to the world. All of this happened in one day, the same day. Now, if you really astute as a creative, you'll be then plop those things up on the platforms the same fucking day. Now you waiting about 2, 3 weeks and then they're gonna put that shit out to the world. It took you one day to make the song. So you can see why they put such a judgment on releasing music because it's anybody could do it. It's liberated. It's not like somebody locking you out and you got to pay this amount of money to go to the studio like when I was a kid. Anybody can do it. You get a laptop, you get a computer. Now they got apps on the cell phone. You don't even need a laptop no more. You can make your song right here on the lap. And then even make it better for you, they have AI who can create the beat for you. And as long as you look at behind the scenes and all the little bullshit they got going on, as far as if you could use the song legally, now you put the song out to the world and you ain't even paid the producer. And even furthermore than that, this the hack right here. I'm gonna give you a hack that nobody knows. Nobody even uses this hack. This is what I'm telling you because you waited 42 minutes into this video. If you go to YouTube and you try to make a short video, they have an AI thing on YouTube now that'll make you 30-second or 1 minute songs completely through AI. You download those songs, you make a rap to them, and you can get as many as you want. It's endless. It's on YouTube. It's no money. You go right in there in YouTube Shorts, you click the little button, and it brings up the little AI interface, and you write in there the kind of beats you want, and it'll make 4 of them. It'll make as many versions as you want. You can download them beats and the bitches into a timeline, and there go your song right there. You put that shit right into the DAW, and you making your song right there off of YouTube free beats. That's a hack nobody even knows about. That's what I've been doing. But let them have to find a video like this to find that out right there. But otherwise, you can make music now without having to stress in dealing with the creative side of it. Whereas making a movie take months, it take weeks, and you want it to take weeks and months because you want to put every little crystal thing into it. So when a person see your end result movie, they'll be like, "Oh, damn, that look good." So my latest movie, the last movie I made was called Kill a Rapper, and it's on Tubi right now. It's called Kill a Rapper. You put that in there. It's on my platform too, Hood Films, which is on YouTube, but it's on Tubi and Amazon Prime, and it's called Kill a Rapper. And the funny thing about it is that when I wrote that movie, I was not rapping. I had no idea in my future life that I was ever going to rap. It was like I was a fan of rap. I'm a fan. I listen to everybody. Wu Tang, you name it. KRS One. I don't give a fuck who they are. If they dope, I'm listening to them, and I'm listening to them heavy. Like I'm about to put this shit up to whereas I know every single lyric that these motherfuckers made, and I've been like that since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I remember Roxanne back then. I'm like 11, and I know every fucking word in that damn song. You know what I'm saying? So I could rap it for people. That's how much I'm saying that. Like I wasn't gonna be a rapper. I didn't see myself like that, but I was just a kid listening to music. I could say every fucking line. And I remember my girl cousin would be like, "Yo, come over here and rhyme that shit for me and my homies." And I'm like, "Okay, bet." Roxanne, I want to be your man. And I knew all four of them niggas, about every nigga rhymes on that bitch. But I'm like 11 back then. You know what I'm saying? So as life traject and move on, I like rap, but I didn't go to the studios. I wasn't around it like that. I wasn't. My thing that caught me was filmmaking. So I was like a person that wanted to be behind the camera. I wanted to get a camera. I wanted to make a movie, and eventually I did. And you continue to make them to this day. But when I ran into the young guys and they was like, let's go to the studio, that's what got me to the studio, to seeing it, the actual moment. Because I remember when we did my first song, I was with them in the studio. They had put the microphone in front of me like this, like I'm sitting like this, and he moved the microphone in front of me, and I'm like, what the fuck? He said, you do your rhymes like that. I said, hold on, nigga, that's a booth right there. I'm like, can I get inside the booth? He like, yeah, but today we do our music just sitting where we are. I'm like, fuck that. I'm older. Every time I've ever seen music, it's been in the fucking booth. So if I'm gonna make a song, I gotta go inside a booth because that's just what I know. I've never imagined making a rap sitting like where I'm sitting right now, or you just put the mic here and make it. Okay, cool. That's what y'all do. But I've always seen the booth. So can I go in that fucking booth? And he was like, hell yeah, go in there. And it was so much doper just to go inside the booth. You close the door and you get the headphones on, and just like I imagine, and even seeing it on BT or any of those shows, you watching it and you like, oh fuck, nigga, this is dope as hell, nigga. And I'm making the rhymes and shit, and it felt good because again, I never had the experience. And they were sitting back like, nigga, my first booth was when I was like 12 years old. We used to make the booth inside our closet in our room and shit. I'm like, okay. But I wasn't making raps like that. It was no future idea that streaming is gonna come in 2020. It was no idea. You had to have money, you had to know somebody with a studio, and then you had to go there, and then you had to make your song inside the time frame that you had allotted for the studio time. So if you didn't make it, say you had 3 hours, $60 times three, that's 180. If you didn't make that song, then now you got to come back with another $180 to try to finish the song. So it wasn't nothing I was ever into. Movie making was different because again, it take a long time to get just one thing done, and I stuck into that. But I will always tell somebody that if you can learn about music or fall in love with music or even know that it exists, try it and do it because it's a quick turnaround. As soon as you learn it, especially with the technology today and the way you can put it out to the people and get monetized, like the first time I saw my check from Spotify, it blew my fucking mind. It blew my fucking mind. I was like, wait a minute, this my money? And again, I'm not really promoting it like that. I'm not really pumping it. I'm not like on the streets every day pushing it. But the people were streaming is playing. It's playing somewhere in the world. It's playing somewhere in somewhere. And then over time, that accumulation becomes your money. And so now you go on there and you look and it's like, oh fuck. So it's basically money while you sleep. So that's why making music is important. That's why making music is something you should try to do if you haven't thus far. But if you come to this channel, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna show you skills and ways to make music. You let me know what you need, and I'm gonna help you get it monetized. I'm gonna help you make sure you got good songs that sound like this. How to create the song, how to do the different patterns in it, where to switch up your voice and switch up your tone so that you can make the song resonate because in songs it's retention. So if you hear my song Hip Hop Blues, I'm not saying the same thing alone. I'm switching up the song and different elements of the song so that to keep the people retention listening. So if you look in my music on Spotify and I'm sorry, Facebook and Instagram, it's viral on every single channel, every single song. So you see my song Hip Hop Blues right there at the top. That's with the fire emoji. See Desperado, that's with the fire emoji. My song Shorty Gotta right there. Wiggle It. I told you that's my first song. It's still viral on Facebook and Instagram. Then you see my song Close to Her right there. then Cowboy Show, then Hip Hop Blues again. You see Hip Hop Blues is up there twice, and I still got another song beneath that, but my chair is blocking it, and that's called Twerk. But each one of these songs have their element of virality because how you pattern the song, how do you lay out the song so that the song can resonate with people, and that's really what I was able to do. It's not easy, and I think that God bless you to learn this because of course everybody make music and want to make music, but if you can't make the music connect to the people, so you can see me. I'm not faking it to stats. You can see the stats right there. Every single one of my songs is viral on Facebook and Instagram, and that's me right there. You see my name, Yusef2Times, right there, and each one of these songs have their virality and I can play each one of these songs right now. And I might even do that too, but I'm actually got to go inside. I'm on the outside. It's getting dark as fuck, and I don't feel like sitting out here too much longer. So I might have to go on the inside, and then I can play them for y'all because I want if you want to hear them. But basically, just by listening to a couple of them, you can play them yourself actually, because each one of these songs is on this particular channel. So if you done watching the video, you can look at these songs and listen to them, and you can see where the shifts change. The different shifts in the songs is what keep people listening. Not and it's not. It doesn't sound pushed or tried. I'm telling you, it's a shift in the song. But if you listen to it, it's just gonna sound like a song. You're not gonna really know the secret sauce behind what makes a person listen to your song because that's the retention that you need in order for your money to go up. So you can see that each one of these songs, the reason why they're viral and have the little fire thing next to them, is because people are using them in their own videos. People are utilizing them in their own. They're playing them in their own way. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's a snippet of your song. These songs is probably what 12 seconds. The little amount of maybe 1 minute. The amount that they allow you to put up on the platforms. So it's not the full song. You know what I'm saying? But it is a big play on the song. And the many people do that. As many people do that, as many people would push your song. Hold up. All right. Yeah, I decided to these the last days in Chicago of it being warm, you know. And so I was like, well, you might as well sit outside because it's about to be cold in a minute. And it get cold here for like 9 months. It don't let up at all. And when it do let up, it'll let up and be like it'll let up. When it let up, basically it's the summertime. It don't let up and be like, oh, it's pretty outside. Nope, it's like shorts. That's it. So winter coat to shorts. That's what it be like. But yeah, so you see the songs up there, and when you're making music, that's what you want to go for, having people listen to it through the whole song. But that was a vibe right there, posted up out there. I ain't gonna lie, that really was a vibe. Because the weather is all right. It's all right to actually keep chilling, but I'm gonna tell you something about the mosquitoes, boy. They in the gang, and they don't give a damn. They coming driving. I was tweaked out, like, man, what the hell? All right, so I'm gonna go set all this down. Yeah, everything's set up out there. So let me go post up and put this in the spot. It's all dark. Well, my light will be on in 1 second though. All right. So y'all still rocking with me, but I just basically came indoors. You know what I mean? So just give me like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, so I had to slide back for y'all. What is good? Anyway, so we was discussing the situation with the music and how to get it out there. And as you see all those songs that I had been showing y'all, that's my songs, had their viral appeal. You know what I'm saying? And I was grateful for it too, because I want y'all to learn how to get y'all stuff together and bump it. You know what I'm saying? And have y'all stuff for the people to give you the money. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's come down to. That's all we all want is the moolah. You know what I'm saying? We just want the freaking moolah. Give me the damn moolah. So it take a little stages and steps that you got to accomplish to make sure the moolah come in. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can play some. All right, where are we? Right here. I think I can, guys. I think I can. I think I can. Come on, internet. Don't go slow on me. Yusef2Times. Yusef2Times. Damn. Yeah, there you go. I expect my name to pop up fast when I put it up there. But this the song I wanted y'all to hear. This song is number 2 on the list. You see that? The second one right there? It says Desperado. The second one on the list. And I want you to hear how it sounds. Just listen. I won't play the music video. If you want to hear the music video, you can go on there and watch the music video. But I want you to hear how the song sounds, because this is the retention. The retention. It started off just a voice. That's all. Then they get into it. Let's go. That is a banger. And as you can see, the retention level is going to be high on a song like that because of the jumps and the movement in the song. But that's not it. That's not it. I'm going to give you another example of a song and how you really get them. It's going to be completely different from that one. This is this song right here. You see, it's viral as well. It says Shorty Got It. It's number 3 on the list. So I'm gonna bump that for you because I want you to hear that song. And it says it's called Shorty Gotta, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, what's going on, internet? Okay, maybe my internet is on some tweak shit. I don't know why. All right, let's get to the videos. I might have to write this shit in here because I got so many videos on this bitch now. Yeah, it ain't gonna just pull up my album no more. So let's just write the name in there. Shorty Gotta. And this is another retention grabber. Retention, not attention. Retention. That means long-winded watch time. They're gonna watch it because of how it sounds or how it look. And that's the key to this moment. So I want y'all to see what's going on with retention and what this song sound like. You let me know. Let's go. Yusef Two Times. All these hoes love. She got them titties. I love her face. She talk that shit to put in her pants. Been bitch for a minute. And that's been bouncing. She told me she love me. I show her the left. She wanna swap. I'm taking a shot. Got her a Birkin. She holding a rocket. Twerk on her body. She don't wanna stop it. Twerk on her body. She don't wanna stop it. Shorty got a fat ass. Now I wanna hit it. Shorty know I got money, so I wanna get it. Shorty wanna do it, so I wanna kill it. This money coming in, then I wanna spend it. Shorty got a fat ass and I wanna hit it. Shorty know I got money, so I wanna get it. Shorty wanna do it, so I wanna kill it. This money coming in, then I wanna spend it. Then I wanna spend it. Then I wanna spend it. Shorty got a fat ass and I wanna hit it. Another killer. That song is also on the list. You see number 4. That was number 3, Shorty Gotta. We did Desperado. Hip Hop Blues. I did that one out there. Wiggle It is up. You see I got like 5 or 7 songs that's viral every single day on the platform, Facebook and Instagram. You see Cowboy Show, Close to Her, Wiggle It. All these songs is my songs and they viral on the platform right now and it's going crazy. And I'm super grateful for everybody who's showing support. Thank you. And if you want to do music, you want to learn music, you want to get retention time, you want to know what beats is, you don't know how to find beats, you want to know how to rhyme these beats, you want to know what it is to be an artist, you want to get monetization, you want to get paid royalties, you want to get paid publishing, you want to get your money long term, way down the pipeline. When you sleep, it's still coming in. People playing your music when you don't even know they playing your music and you're getting paid for it. You want to know how to shoot a music video, put your content out there. That's what we do over here at Yusef2Times. Holler at me. Let's get that level up for 2026 and let's get it out there. You want every single song that you drop to have high retention time, where each one of them babies is viral on Facebook and Instagram, and you can prove it right now. Literal proof right now. And you sitting above Jay Z. Look at Jay Z name down there at the bottom. It say "Can I?" That's Jay Z right there at the bottom of the channel. That's his name. I'm sitting 7 songs above dude right now, and I ain't saying I'm better than Jay. Yes, I am. But the dude is above me as far as financially, and so I'll get there soon. But you can see all my songs is right there. They viral. I can help you with retention time on your songs. That's what I do the best. Retention time on your songs. That means people will listen to your song longer than they listen to other people's songs. The way it sound, the way I make it sound, the people will listen to your song longer than them. And it's not just coming from mixing and mastering. It's coming from writing. It's coming from actually putting down the words to the pen, to the page, and then making sure the folks get the connection to your songs. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. I know my gift. I know my skills. I know my powers. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.